Alex Hormozi shared some lessons that he wish he knew earlier, then he would just reach this goal faster. So he shared his lessons, and I am just going to document these lessons. First, if you are talking, then you are not learning. This is the simple thing. Like in any conversation, no matter whether the person is bigger than you or smaller than you, if you are the person who is constantly talking, then you will not able to learn, because you will not able to, if you're not able to listen, you will not able to observe, you will not able to learn something from that person. So not talking much is the first thing in the conversation in order to learn from. Okay, so Alex suggests there are two scenarios which you can choose for yourself. The scenario one is you just keep your profile low. Keeping the profile low means you just listen to the other person without much bragging about yourself, without much bragging about your achievements. You just keep the profile low, and yeah, the other people will not know about what you have done, what you have achieved, but that's okay. The goal is here is to learn. So that's the reason. Scenario one is keeping the profile low and just listening. And the goal will you will achieve in the scenario one is you will learn something. Okay, you will learn something, or you will observe something about that person, and definitely indirectly or directly you will learn something from that. And scenario two is you just keep on bragging or keep on talking about what you have done and what should the other person should do. And in that matter, what happens is in the scenario two, you didn't learn anything because you just keep on talking. So the goal is not just to, like, you will think that if I have to share something valuable to that person, wouldn't should I tell them? The goal is yes, you should, but first you listen to the person by keeping the profile low. Just listen, just purely listen without talking. You observe things, you learn something, and at the last, you will have the lot of context, and you can provide that person with the things that he needs to hear. In this way, you learn a lot by not talking much, by observing and by listening, and you have much bigger context to provide a valuable feedback to the person. So that's how the takeaway is: not talking much in the conversation, just listening and observing and learning. If you just talk in the conversation, then you are not learning. So let's move to the second learning. Is the hardest respect to earn is your own. Okay, Alex also suffered from this thing that he wants to earn his own respect, but it is very hard. So you can question, like we can question one thing. If we want to respect someone, what are the characteristics that we look to respect a particular person? For me, like example, if that person has a good work ethic, if that person is just consistent in his work, it has good work ethic, have a good kind-hearted attitude and learning attitude, has a sense of humor and just take things chill but works as hard as possible and have a long kind of vision. So this kind of thing, if you respect this type, and the person who is not distracted, who is not just constantly on his phone and is very focused on his work and keeps on building businesses. If you focus or if you just respect this kind of person, then become that person. If you become that person, if you engrain these qualities in yourself, you will respect yourself. So become a person which you respect, which you will respect. Okay, so if I engrain the quality of not being a distracted man from social media and just constantly doing the things in volume, like if I want to learn the skill of communication, I am doing this in volume. I'm just cracking the volume, I'm hitting the mark, and I'm being kind to my family. I'm building businesses. I'm being focused and I'm utilizing my time. I'm learning new things. I'm just constantly communicating. and learning the communication skill. If I just do that every day, I will learn, I will earn the respect for myself as a man. So it's all about the qualities you engage, and if you show yourself that you become that person which you respect, then you will earn your respect. So just change the behavior and you will earn the respect. And when you change your behavior, you also change your reputation in front of other people. Because if you have developed yourself as a man, then your reputation definitely changes. So let's move toward the third lesson, which is owning a word. Okay. For example, it's a business lesson. It's very important. Okay. So if any customer wants to know you, okay, if any prospect from your industry, if let's say I'm in interior industry and one interior firm owner wants to tell about my company to the other person. So if I have not communicated what I do to that person, to this person, person A who will be telling to the person B, then the person A will not be able to communicate what our company do to the person B because we have not cleared it out. For example, Alex in the acquisition.com, Alex a company says that we document the journey of building businesses so they can learn. And this is very hard to remember and it's not clear. So they converted their words into we want to make a real business education available to everyone. So this is very easy to remember and easy for the customer to say to other customer. So own the word. For example, if you tell about yourself, about a company that interior work partners help interior companies, but how do they help? Just own the word. If you want to control a person, what customer A will tell to the customer B, and what how the word of mouth will spread about your company, then you should control the frame. You should control the word. So we can say that instead of saying we help interior companies in their marketing to get more projects, this is very generalized and it is not clear and easy to remember. It is not that clear. We can say interior growth partners provide direct site visit instead of leads. So the interior firm owner does not have to call the leads. That's it. That's a USP and that's easy to remember and you control the frame. You just provide to all the prospects and prospect communicate with each other and this communication spread throughout the market and the word of mouth begins. So have control over the words and make it easy for the person, like the customer, to communicate with the other person. Okay, so for example, if Geo, if you want to speak about Geo to the other person, to your friends or family, you will be easily able to tell that Geo provides service or Geo provides service, 4G service, data service in cheap. So that is how we should also communicate and clear our message of what our company do to all the people, so they can also communicate and we want to make it as easy as possible for them to communicate to the other persons. So that's a lesson, and we will learn more lessons in the journey from Alex Hormozi. He is a great person.